They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick. And they do.
On the double.
Back to throw, it's Morton. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Red Raiders come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Quickly out to the tight end. Turning on the Jets. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Catch in the middle, it's Prentice. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll try to do it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Dropping back, it's Robertson. Pressure coming. The short hands, it's Hawkins. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Bears come to the line in the hurry-up. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. maybe even double team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer. Oh.
Deep shot for the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
They're wasting no time trying to get the ball back. They're going to go for an early onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Throwing right. And the timing just a hair off.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Douglas. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Grab behind the line. It's Virgil. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Quickly complete. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Robertson. He tries to take the top off. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
It's a running room. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, defense wasn't fooled on that pass play. Great job by the defender knocking it away.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48. And the Bears want to pick up the tempo. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Quarterback strolling away from heat. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Bears are rolling down the field. Looking to pass, it's Robertson. With the catch, it's Wilson. At the 20, he's got space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
The offense changing the play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Baylor! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Morton. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Wants to go up top. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The give is to Williams. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. That's caught. It's Eakin. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And I love the location of that throw. Fourth down on the slant. He puts it out in front of his target so that when he catches it, he can advance and get north to pick up more yards.
And the Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it's caught inside the 20. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Pulls and fires complete. Smashes through the tackle. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
They'll go with a direct snap. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
On 2nd and goal, they go right back to it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Scanning the field, it's Morton. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Rushes on him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's going to throw deep right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Bears are in the hurry-up. On 4th down, going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Snagged on the outside, it's Prentice. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. That's reeled in. It's Virgil. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. They're down to the 20. 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. release by the QB. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Well, man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Makes a move. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to throw, it's Robertson. Looking deep. Got it inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They've got the screen set up. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Second down, he'll throw it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Eakin. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Wants to throw, it's Morton. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Rolling right and going deep. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Red Raiders! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Dropping back, it's Robertson. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Going to try to get it himself. It's a fumble. And the ball is going to land out of bounds. They'll maintain possession and pick up a few yards in the process. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression, and they're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball.
Lofts one deep down the right side. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. And the Red Raiders will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
This quarterback is making outstanding decisions so far in this game, and you've already seen it throwing the football. The guy already has over 200 yards passing, but he's doing it in the running game as well. Really good decision that time. Seeing nobody accounting for the pitch guy, you flip it out, you pick up a nice play offensively. Really good football IQ from the quarterback position.
To the air, it's Robertson. He uncorks one deep. Big fella moving. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dumps it off in the flats. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. To the air on second down. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. They want to throw it. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the third quarter and get it back with an onside kick.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onsides every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
Finds his man. It's Eakin.
This quarterback right now is an improved, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Red Raiders can really attack on this second and short. They go to the counter. Find some fresh air. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And is slips just inside that right upright. And that will extend their lead even further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And here's the return. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Looking downfield, it's Robertson. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. The Bears will hustle to the line. He might want another play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Washington. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. And the Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Steps away to find some room. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. He's missed 3. Now with that last incompletion.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lazarus-like comeback is underway. And they'll try to tack on 2. White wants to throw it. Intercepted. They were back in their own end. Stopped the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. A few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. On the run deep down the right side.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Unleashes one. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. It'll be 3rd and long. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the 4th quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. White going to attack through the air. Dances away. Hums it downfield. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
And, man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The play action fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And, yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted to stop the threat. Oh, look out, the ball's free. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. And, boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Holds it in down the middle. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. The give as they work on that clock. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Finds a little space. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. White wants to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Oh, they're after him. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the 4th down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourselves a shot to win.
Looking down the middle. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to keep it in the air. Oh, he wants it all. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Looking for space. It's Joyner. Turning it on. The 50. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. White going to attack through the air. Under fire. And they dialed up a shot. They couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Wants to throw on first down. He fires one deep down the right side.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. And the low percentage play, the onside kick, bounces out of bounds, and they'll drop the flag. What a costly mistake by this defense, and that really ought to do it. And the offense should be able to run out the clock. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the